Hi, I'm David Dunham. I'm the game director for A Thousand Hells, and today I'd like to talk about narrative in the game. Overall, I think the design of the narrative system is pretty standard in that you're making choices that could direct the story or build your character. But we also have the tactical narrative game that Robin Laws and I created, and I think that's pretty innovative. I call it tactical because you're making not the sort of normal narrative decisions like should we persuade someone or should we attack them, but more what are the steps we take when we persuade the temple guardian, say. It can handle all sorts of different situations. We have 20 types of challenges in the game that range from crafting to negotiating to dealing with the gods to scuttlebutt. The overall design is to really focus on the narrative and not to be a game system that can kind of lump together all narratives. It's very specific, and that means we can be both more colorful and more flexible. One of the side effects of that is that we can support character banter instead of just sort of a pool of barks. So the basic idea is that there are situations from the scenario, and you combine those with player actions to get results. The situations are possible ways the story can go. They can depend on the overall the way you came into the situation, also your previous plays, and it's also possible that there are fleeting situations that you have to deal with, or they'll no longer be available. The actions you play are drawn from your team and also things that you've accomplished so far in the quest. And whether you win or lose a play can depend on how well the action fits the situation. If the relevant character has any consequences, like maybe they were wounded, and there's also an element of chance. So here's an example of how it plays in the game. Here's the standard narrative game. You're making some bigger decisions. Do I wish to use one of the flashbacks and get a guide that way, having already done it? Do I want to do the persuasion right here and now? Or maybe I just want to go across the wastes on my own. Let's try that approach. So your team members are commenting based on their talents and personalities. For example, I think Anto here, by being a singer, may be looking at more things like the beauty of the place rather than the fact that no one lives here. So we pick someone to lead in the challenge. They're called the hero. They're basically in charge, although the other team members get to help. Person here doesn't look terribly useful. We already looked at Anto. Hunter sounds like a good person to do it, so let's put Ichichi in charge. And that means that the hero bag here is going to have her traits. Many of them are useful, some of them are less so. It may have some additional actions. Hunter should be good. And we can also use the other members of the team to help out as may be necessary. Shaman might be quite handy here, and leadership can always come in handy. So we are dealing with one of the three situations. This one would cost some supplies if we fail our play here. I think maybe an unholy shrine would be an interesting thing for a shaman to deal with. They kind of know spirits and stuff. Ah, this guy wants some blood. This is how having the scripting system built into the tactical narrative game works. We can make additional choices using standard scripting things, choices and different feedbacks. Probably making a blood offering will make this a little bit easier. So let's do that. And yeah, it does cost some blood here, but it does work. We got a win here. And it's worth noting that it's an asymmetric game. You need to get 4 wins before you have 3 losses. We're not in the underworld right now, but the basic idea is that hell is a really harsh place for humans, and it's not really fair. And that's why you have to win 4, and it has to only win 3 times, or you lose 3 times. This is one of those examples, by the way, of it's not quite banter, but characters can react to things. In this case, the fact that person gave a lot of blood. And the next situation we have to deal with is a crisis. We don't have the choice of picking one of the other ones. Sand pit could be anything, but maybe it's something that Ishichi has dealt with before as a hunter. It's an antlion, and Ishichi manages to deal with that and rescue their teammate. So once again, your team gets to talk to each other. That's partly why it's a narrative tactical game and not just a tactical game. So we'll continue on and resolve hopefully this challenge by winning twice more before we lose 3 more times and continue our journey into the underworld. So visit our Steam page to wishlist Thousand Hells or visit our Discord to talk about it with other fans.